Jay, so let me ask you a question, because today's show is about how to generate more referrals, and we've talked a little bit about some of the flaws that real estate agents have as it relates to generating referrals. Yeah. I think it's important to understand at the core of this, and this is at the core of your book, what are the psychological motivations people have to refer business? Meaning, if I had a good experience and I like what I did, like why am I moved psychologically to actually tell people about this? Because I don't think we can actually have a strategy until we understand human behavior.
Yeah. There's actually, I think it's important to understand there's two types of referrals. Okay. There is a reactive referral.
Okay.
And a proactive referral. A reactive referral is you're out to lunch with your boys, right? And the guy says, "Hey, we're thinking about selling our house. You guys sold your house last year. Who did you use? Did you like that experience?" And at that point, because it's in the flow of the conversation, you're going to say, "Yeah, she was great," or "No, I wouldn't really make a recommendation." Right? It's a referral in context. It is a reactive referral.
Yeah.
What we're trying to do with this system, the Talk Triggers system in the book, is create proactive referrals, which is when you just tell somebody the story. It doesn't matter if they're in the market. You're at the same lunch. You don't wait for your buddy to say, "We're going to sell our house." You say, "Man, you would not believe what happened to me when I worked with my realtor." Or, "You won't believe what happened to me when I went to the dentist." Right? Yeah. It's a story that you are compelled to tell. And the reason you're compelled to tell it, Jimmy, is that it is something noticeable that is outside your frame of expectations. It's something that you do not expect to happen.
Yeah.
So if you go to, say, a restaurant, and there's an example about this in the book for a restaurant called Skip's Kitchen in Sacramento. Skip's is a very simple family-owned business, like a lot of agents, family-owned, small business. Skip and his wife have owned this restaurant for 9 years. They've spent a grand total of $0 on advertising ever. There is a line to get in almost every day. They have good food. They are competent, right? And that is non-negotiable. I don't want you to think that you can generate referrals by being a crappy business and just learn the Talk Trigger system. Like, you still have to be good, right? But this is good plus storytelling. So the way it works is they've got really good food, right? But a lot of restaurants have really good food. That's not really story worthy. The way it works like this: you go to Skip's Kitchen, it's counter service. So they got a menu board, right? And you say, "Okay, I want a patty melt and an onion rings and a chocolate shake." Before you pay, the counter person whips out a deck of playing cards from underneath the counter and fans them out face down. Says, "Jimmy, pick a card." And you pick a card, and if you get a joker, your entire meal is free. Whether you've ordered for just yourself or an entire soccer team. Now, on average, 4 people a day win this game. And when they win, they go batshit crazy, right? People are freaking out, right? They're taking like patty melt selfies, and they're calling their mom crying, and they're putting reviews on Yelp. It's like a whole thing, right?
Yeah.
And that is what propels this business forward, because everybody tells the story. So much so that in Sacramento, even though there's a giant sign on the building that says Skip's Kitchen, everybody calls it that Joker restaurant. People tell the story because they've never seen that happen before. If every dentist in the world gave you a warm pillow when you got there and let you pick your own music, it would no longer work as a talk trigger. And I think it's important, Jimmy, before we get too far into this, to define what a talk trigger is.
Yeah.
A talk trigger is a strategic, operational, keyword, operational differentiator that you use to create conversation. This is not marketing. Even though we say word of mouth marketing all the time, a talk trigger is not marketing. It is an operations customer experience decision that you make. You bake into how you run your business, but you do it so that people will notice it and refer you.